Welcome to Beyond the Shelf with Dave Feinleib. This show is an open exploration of the people and process behind e-commerce. Through conversations with innovators in the space, we learn the stories of these leaders and their strategies for e-commerce success. We publish new episodes every Tuesday morning, so be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And now, here's your host, Dave Feinleib.
All right, we're here at the Path to Purchase Institute Retail Media Summit with Marlow Nickell from Grocery TV.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Great to have you back on the podcast. We had you on a couple years ago?
It's been a bit, yeah.
It's been a bit.
Yeah.
Tell us the latest and greatest. What's new?
I mean, quite a lot has changed in the category. I think when we last spoke, I made the prediction that the majority of regional grocers would be leaning in and deploying in-store media networks, and that's proved true in spades. Just for the network of retailers that we're powering, we're up to 6,700 stores now, which is about a quarter of U.S. grocery. But for the regional grocers, it's probably the majority at this point. And that's retailers like Hy-Vee, Giant Eagle, Northeast Grocers, ShopRite's added a bunch more banners to the list. Raley's, Basha's, quite a number.
Incredible.
Have built out in-store media networks. We've been able to play a part in that, which has been really fun.
Yeah. For folks who maybe don't know about in-store media, tell us the 101. What is it?
Yeah, I mean, you think about retail media broadly, it's this really exciting category of advertising where you can reach shoppers when they're in a buying mindset, right?
Yeah.
It's not like an ad that's kind of coming in when they're just trying to be entertained, like they're actually looking to buy something, and so they're really receptive to it. And I think that's why it's the most exciting category today. Now, of course, most of that growth has been with on-site retail media. We've also seen a lot with off-site retail media, and in-store is really that kind of third wave of it that's coming, and it has been coming, and it makes a ton of sense for especially the retailers with physical presence, right? You know, if you're Amazon, you obviously dominate the e-commerce space, or Walmart, right? They dominate the e-commerce space, but for the physical environment for grocery, 90% of the transactions are still happening in a physical store, and that's really the asset that a lot of these retailers have is their physical stores. So. We've been fortunate to be in a position where we can help power a lot of those in-store media network build-outs for retailers around the country. Incredible.
What brought you to the show?
Well, I mean, I obviously just been impressed by a lot of people that you have on and the conversations you have, and I appreciate being a part of it. In terms of coming to P2PI here, we've got a panel that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. It's called From Proof to Practice. Which is really looking at the fact that in-store media, though it's really proven out the performance, it's not quite getting the budget that it deserves yet. So it's got the reach, national reach, 100 million plus shoppers that you can get to, about 1 in 3 Americans. It's got the performance. It's outpacing a lot of other digital media channels in terms of upper funnel metrics and lower funnel metrics. But brands haven't quite figured out in a lot of cases how to fit it in their budget. And so I'm going to be talking with CVS, with Albertsons. They've both got in-store media networks that they are building out, as well as Mars United Commerce. And we've got Andrew Lipsman, who's going to be moderating. So really excited to just kind of talk about like what's working, what's not working, and how we can help grow the category.
What a great lineup. Tell us about creative when it comes to all this retail media, especially in-store.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that we call out is we see in a lot of the studies that we do that shoppers are 2.5 times more likely to respond to the campaign creative when it's actually contextually relevant to the space. And so for a lot of brands that are starting to lean in, they're starting to figure that out and not just repurpose from, let's say, online video or something or TV, but actually really building something purpose-built for in-store. And some are even leaning into the extent that they're tailoring the creative to the zone in the store. So if it's entrance, if it's more center store, if it's checkout, they kind of adjust the copy accordingly.
What is on deck for the rest of the year, 2027? You work with a lot of advertisers, a lot of retailers. What are you seeing?
Well, I think just a continuation of the trend we started out talking about. There's a lot of regional grocers that have in-store media networks they're planning to build out, and we're excited to help power those. So we're going to see a lot of inventory come online in some really cool places. And then on the demand side, a lot of brands are really starting to lean in. I mean, it's still early, but we used to see that non-endemic was actually one of the first areas that leaned in, just because to them it was an audience and it was easy to buy. But CPG, really the endemic brands, they went from being kind of a top 3 category for in-store media last year. So this year they're easily going to be the top category that spends. Not all of them have figured it out yet, which is why we're talking about our panel tomorrow. But for, I would say, almost every major vertical in CPG, at least one brand has kind of started to figure it out, starting to lean in. And I think we're going to see that really start to accelerate in the back half of the year.
Super exciting. 6,700 stores.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Congrats on the progress, all the success. Marlow Nickell, Grocery TV. If folks want to find out more about the company, how can they do that?
So we're always happy to talk to folks who want to reach out. We obviously are on LinkedIn. Follow us on there. We post stuff all the time. You can also follow my LinkedIn. I'm posting quite a bit about things that are a little more kind of behind the scenes. But happy to talk to anyone that's interested in learning more, especially retailers that want to talk about building out an in-store media network.
And before you run, you've also got a great new research study that you just put out. Tell us the headlines on that.
Hot off the press. So it's an in-store perception report, and this is a continuation of something we did 3 years ago. It's a national sample of U.S. grocery shoppers, and we did it in partnership with Andrew Lipsman and his kind of media ads and commerce group. And it was pretty simple. I mean, we just basically showed these folks that we surveyed, examples of more of the kind of analog in-store signage, and then the more modern digital in-store signage. And we sampled everything that is out in the market today, stuff that we've helped retailers build out, but also things that we're seeing elsewhere, and really just wanted to understand, do the shoppers see this as improving the shopping experience? Are they neutral about it, or do they think it's making it worse? Because at the end of the day, none of this works if the shoppers aren't happy. It's got a customer experience has to come first. And the results were really impressive. I mean, we saw across the board increased acceptance, which I think is partially because we're starting to figure out how to do it right. The front end format in particular jumped 23 points in terms of acceptance. So it's cool to see that. I think though, in particular, we kind of carved out a group called the no-brainers. And so these are our zones of the store that 84+% acceptance rate from shoppers. And it's things like entrance, deli, pharmacy, front end, things like, when you see it, it's kind of obvious, but to hear shoppers saying that's really cool. The other thing too that was really fun, that was new this time from 2023, is we wanted to kind of understand this notion that purchase decisions don't happen in the store. This idea that it's too late to influence the purchase. And really we saw the opposite of that. So 62% of shoppers told us that they actually made purchases in store based on ads they saw from in-store media. And then 95% of them said that more than half of their purchases were decisions they were making while they were shopping. And I think there's this idea that we all go to the store with a shopping list and know exactly what we're going to buy.
But you're still making decisions.
That's just not how it works.
Right. Yeah, 100%. So. All right, Marlow, great to have you back on Beyond the Shelf Live here at P2PI in Chicago.
Hey,
great to see you.
Appreciate it.
Hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, thank you.
That's it for this week's episode of Beyond the Shelf. If you enjoy the show, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave us a review. It really helps us grow. And feel free to share us with your colleagues so they too can hear weekly perspectives from the brightest minds in e-commerce. You can also check us out on LinkedIn, where we post clips from each episode, share Dave's takes on breaking industry news, and much more. Beyond the Shelf is a production of It's Rapid. Our host is Dave Feinleib, and our producer is Jake Musiker. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Beyond the Shelf. This episode of Beyond the Shelf is brought to you by It's Rapid. It's Rapid is the platform Pepsi, Mondelez, Instacart, and hundreds of other leading brands and retailers use to build personalized content at scale. Whether that's images, videos, or product descriptions for their product detail pages, shoppable videos or banners for their digital ad campaigns, or sell sheets for sales enablement, brands that use It's Rapid are able to produce high-quality, on-brand content on average more than 80% faster than category competitors. To find out more, please visit itsrapid.ai.